Brodie, how was the first one back?
Yeah, it was good. It's good to be back out with all the boys. Obviously, time trial first up. It's a bit daunting and a bit of a sleepless night last night. But boys come back really well and some really good times today.
How'd you go?
Yeah, good. I was happy with the way I ran.
It was a surprise result, wasn't it, with VB going down?
Yeah, he's finally been knocked off. That's the first time I've seen him go down, so I know Kedge is pretty pumped and VB will be a bit filthy, but that was good. You know, Kedge's come back really well and ran well, and all the boys run really well and pushed him to the line, so it's good to see.
What's the plan with training today?
Or just a time trial first up, and really just to get back into it and get going again. Use this week to build into it, and then really kick off again next week.
How tough or how different has this pre-season been to the other ones you've done?
It's been really high intensity. It's probably the main difference I noticed, but you know, every pre-season's really hard. You say it every year, but yeah, probably that just lifted intensity has been the notice this year.
Have you noticed a change having Phil Walsh on board?
I guess you don't want to compare too much, but you know, he's just really brought that team emphasis and, like I said, the intensity, and that's probably been the main difference I've noticed.
What did you get out of the break, Brodie? Was it good to have some time off?
Yeah, good just to relax and catch up with some family and mates, and you know, we still do a lot of training over the break. It's important to do that, otherwise you come back and you get those soft tissue injuries. So yeah, still a bit of training and just relax and take some mental time off to come back.
Is it a different approach for you, coming off such a good year last year and All-Australian and all that kind of stuff, just backing that up? Is there a change in mentality for you?
Nah, no different for me. I've approached this pre-season like any other pre-season, just want to get out there and give my best, and obviously with a new coach you want to, you know, get off on the right foot and impress early, so yeah, there's been no change for me. I've just gone out and tried to do my best every session.
I seem to talk to you every pre-season about maybe pushing into the midfield. Yeah. Do you think this year might be the year?
I hope so. You're right, every year I seem to train there and something happens or goes wrong and end up down at half-back, so I'm in there again this pre-season training the midfield, so yeah, I'll put my best foot forward and see what happens.
You don't put any extra pressure on yourself to try and step up from last year?
No, I mean, obviously, you know, I don't want to have a good year and then go backwards. I want to, you know, keep improving and build on the year I had, and you know, obviously, if I can put myself in that midfield group, it's a bit of a different setup for me. So there's no extra pressure yet. Like I said, I'm just going to attack this pre-season like any other pre-season.
Have you started talking about how you're going to play footy yet this year? Any game plan stuff from Phil Walsh yet?
Yeah, it's been a little bit. We've been building since he got here, just slowly putting the layers on the game plan, and I suppose once we start doing some game simulation now in January, Feb, it'll really build up, and yeah, we've just done a little bit so far.
Phil Walsh sort of warned that it's going to get even harder after Christmas. Are you sort of all bracing yourself for a really tough month?
Yeah, it's a bit scary, to be honest. It's I thought it couldn't get much harder in December, and he's come out and said it's going to get harder, so we're just going to embrace it and attack it as much as we can, and you know, all the hard work we do now will pay off in the season, so all the boys are raring to crack in.
And generally, everyone presenting pretty good shape today?
Yeah, very good. I think there was a lot of PBs today, so very exciting, and looking forward to getting into it.
And just that move to the midfield, what is it about, you know, playing midfield that appeals to you, or what do you think you can add to that mix?
Oh, I guess growing up I've always played in the midfield and enjoyed you know, being in and around the clearances. And I guess I'd like to take, you know, use my kick a bit more centre forward, and a few more inside 50s and that sort of stuff is what appeals to me.